chapter 3. That's right, we're on chapter 3 already. Nice to meet you. I'm Joe once again. This is my experience through care. What I done, how I done it, who I worked for. My experience. What more can I say? If you like what I do, please give me the thumbs up. Also, if you're not already, please subscribe. As per usual, if you need any advice on care, I have got 5 years. Might not seem like much, but some of the situations I got put in by companies and stuff like that, I'll help you out as much as I can. Let's get right back into it. So on the very last video where we left off, let's see if I can get a bit more comfortable on this chair. Last time I left off, I was working for a company in Southport, or working with a company in Southport. That didn't go well. If you watch my last video, advice off that, think before you act. I'm not that good at that, but anyway, to the next one. So once again, ended up in the office over what I said and explained how I meant it. I think they realised what came out my mouth and how I meant it. Didn't mean it how it sounded to other people, but that was it. That was me done in care. That was what I liked, what I started to enjoy, out the window very, very fast. But no, wait, there's more. Hamilton Man phoned me back up and they said, "Can you work tonight?" It's a very familiar thing, isn't it? So this was 3 o'clock in the afternoon start. It was in by the Rocket in Liverpool, not far from the flyover actually. And once again, got me trusty bag for life sorted. It put me Xbox in it, sandwiches, drinks, spare pair of clothes this time. This one I was doing a sleep-in. This was my very, very, very first sleep-in. This is where I actually get paid to sleep, not just fall asleep on a night shift. So went to this place, met a lady. She introduced herself. Once again, the name is totally blanked and gone out my head. And she walked me into, it looked like a proper scally apartment block. That's the only way I can explain it. Scally apartment block. And she took me into this flat. It was a 1-bedroom flat, its own bathroom, own kitchen. It was a kitchenette, living area space and a bedroom. And there was 10 filofaxes right next to each other by the kitchen table. My job was to give medication out with my medication experience. Now, once again, this is something else I had no qualifications in doing, and unknown to my knowledge at the time, I shouldn't have been doing it. But what can I say? That's what I got told to do. I got given a list of service users. Now, bear in mind, I'd never met these before in my life, the service users. They could have said they were anyone they wanted to say they were, and I would have went, "Yeah, okay, here's your medication for the night." That's how clueless it was. It was clueless, it was dangerous. I shouldn't have been put in that situation. But once again, it's another dodgy situation I've been put in. So she explained to me the times I've got to give these people a medication. I did not have a problem with that. It was quite easy, to be honest with you. There was not much medication to give. It was all wrote down times. And the service users all had their own flats like the one I was in. So I thought the best bet would be, instead of them coming to me for the tablets, for me to go to them and give them the tablets, because I know the apartments that they're in. I thought that was a safer option, so that was the one I picked. So anyway, back to me doing this, entering this thing. So entered the apartment. I didn't think about it at the time, but when she left, the first thing I thought about was, let me read up on these service users. So I had a quick read up on them. Now this one, I had to do paperwork. This was actually the first time I had to do any sort of paperwork on it. It wasn't that bad, to be honest with you. There was not much paperwork to do. It was like a running log, any incidents, any knocking, just put down what the incident was, what they knocked for. If you didn't even see the service user, just put on it, did not see or had no contact. I was fine with that. And I realised, shit, my spelling's not great. It isn't. My best tool I've got is Google to help me correct my spelling, because it's terrible. But lucky enough, it wasn't major amounts of paperwork. It was only a tiny little bit. So, a few words I did have to Google, get the correct spelling for. But that went swimmingly. But one thing didn't. There was something missing. There was a major component in my life missing. And that was a television. So here I am with my Xbox, wanting to play Xbox or watch a movie, and I've got no TV. I spent the night listening to music, bored out my skull, and I couldn't wait for the shift to be over. So, as I said, I went upstairs, give the service users all the medication. They were all fine then. They ended up going to bed. It got to 10 o'clock, which was my sign-out time. That's when I start my sleeping. So 10 o'clock come, went straight to bed. I was out like a light. Didn't wake up for anything. Out like a light. I was bored out my skull. I think that's why I went to bed so early, because I had no TV. So, filled all the paperwork in, and then I went to bed. Out like a light. Everything was fine. Woke up the next day, set me alarm for 7 o'clock. Got myself sorted, got the apartment sorted again, because I had, do you know what, I had a takeaway that night, so it stunk of, I don't know what it was, a special chow mein or whatever had. So sprayed it, cleaned it, got myself clean, ready. The other member of staff come in, asked me if I had any problems. No, that was it, out like a light. That went so fast, quickly out the building, on my way home. I got a phone call saying, Joe, you've done fantastic, and I'm thinking to myself, it wasn't rocket science. That he said, can you work here for the rest of the week? And I was like, no problem at all. So, because I had a lovely sleep, I didn't have to go home and go to bed. So, lucky enough for me, went and got on with my daily business. Next night, really, 2 o'clock before I had to go, because it was another 3 o'clock start in the afternoon. I'm getting everything ready, sandwiches, Xbox. I knew they had a kitchen then, so it wasn't just sandwiches I took. Excuse me. I took, a bit of other food, a TV. I shit you not, I took a TV with me. I took, I think it was a 32-inch telly, threw it in the boot of my car. As soon as I got there, I had the handover with the member of staff, not a problem. As soon as she went, that was me, straight to my car, got my bag of tricks, one hand, telly under my shoulder, and the other hand, and set it all up. Fantastic. Best place I can say I have worked, because I didn't have to do much. It wasn't rocket science. It was just looking after service users that didn't need your help. I was there on and off for, I'd say, about 3-4 months. Yeah, it was about 3-4 months. I weren't there that much, but I was there a bit, because in the meantime, I was going to other care homes. It's quite amazing, actually. I've got quite a good memory when it comes to stuff like this. But most of the care homes, I can't remember. They've left my mind. I don't know if it was just they were that boring and nothing happened, or it was because I only had the odds and sods shifts there. But that's it. I can't remember much about it. That one didn't get asked to leave. I actually got offered a full-time job when I was there, because I was so good at what I'd done. It really wasn't rocket science. A place like that is ideal for people that don't want to do anything. The paperwork was minute. there was not much, how to put it, there was no other members of staff there. You were all there by yourself, so it was easy as pie. Easy as pie. Yeah, that's about it with that care home. What else can I say? Like I said, it was by the Rocket. For the life of me, I can't remember. I don't think it was Joseph Hospice. No, I don't think it was. Do you know what? Maps. Let's see if I can find it on the maps. So where are we? Slowest internet ever. East Prescott Road. Here we go. So if I can remember right, it was around here. Let's get the layers. There was something else I found out, but I didn't actually find this out till later on. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna find this. It could actually be this. Let's have a look. Let's see if this looks familiar. No, that's not it. I'm saying it was on this block. Do you know what? I'm not even joking. It could be here. It could have been this. It could have been knocked down by now. Yeah. Very well could have been knocked down. I think that's a bit too big to be. Yeah, that's far too big. But it was around this area. If you ever worked in this care home and you know what I'm talking about, I wouldn't even say care home. I'd say more like assisted living. Do you know what? It did have a house next to it. There's a little story I'll tell you. So there was a door, and because I'm nosy Joe, I wanted to see what was in the door. I opened the door, and it was attached to a house. Not like a care home. It was a house. And this house had accommodation in it as well. And the gentleman that worked there at the time, it was quite funny. I knew him through another friend, one of my next door neighbours at the time. That's how I knew him. Yeah. So that was another job that I worked with Hamilton Man. Once again, they put me in a situation that was bad because I never had any sort of med training whatsoever. I would have been totally fucked if anything happened to any of the residents because of me. One thing that did happen, which I forgot to mention, there was a girl in there and she used to have epileptic fits, but she used to have fake epileptic fits. It was... they had a special word for it, but for the life of me I can't remember. I had to deal with that a couple of times, and every time I'd done it, phoning an ambulance for it being an idiot. It was all about attention. But anyway, that's that one. Speak to you again soon with more of what happened in my care home, care working journey. Right, thanks again for watching. If you like what I do, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already, please subscribe. If you want to help me carry on making these videos, please use the thanked button on the bar below. Thank you very much. Take care and have a great night.